This video is going to help us organize our Google Drive. So Google Drive is something that you may be familiar with, but it's definitely something we use here at our school, and I just use in my personal life all the time to keep things organized, and I know where everything is and I can get to it at home or at school. So one thing we want to do though is have an organized Google Drive. It is pretty hard to find things when they're not in folders, when they don't have names, and everything is just called untitled. Like, how are you going to know what you are turning in when everything is called untitled, right? So let's go ahead and talk about a few things you can do to help keep yourself organized in your Google Drive this year. So first things is you can see on my Google Drive, it's going to look a lot different than yours because I have different needs than you. But it's important to make folders to put common things in. So I have a folder for anything that's sixth grade math related, sixth grade science related, anything for our head Huskies here. I have things for substitutes if I need them. So you might find you need different folders, but you'll probably need a sixth grade math folder, a sixth grade science folder. It might even be nice to have other folders for your other classes. So to get a folder, you come over here to New, click New, and we want a new folder. So just like if you were opening up any of the things, it's right up here at the top. And right, we don't want it to be called Untitled Folder. How will you know where it is if they're all called that? So name it the appropriate thing. So I'm just going to call this my practice folder because I don't want this one, but you'll want to make sure you name yours so you know what it is. So I created my practice folder. They go in alphabetical order. So I can see here's my practice folder. Then when I go into those folders, it won't have anything in there yet, but we can add new things into there, or I can also drag stuff in so it's in the right folder. So I have a few example things here, and I want this to be in a folder. So one thing I can do, so I can see, right, I gave it a good name. It's not just called Untitled. It's not even just called like mine. It's called my math grading sheets. I know it relates to math, so I'm going to drag it into my math folder. So then you can even see in my math folder that it went into my math folder, math grading sheets. But then even in my math folder, I've got more folders. Here's one for module 5, module 6, module 7. So I don't just have everything in one place. You can even put more things inside of them. So there is another way you can move things as well. Something I do when I know I want it in a certain place. So over here on my drive, I can click this arrow down and it gives me all of my options. So here's another thing I want in my math folder, but I don't just want it in the big math folder. I want it specifically, right? It's module 0. I want it in my module 0 folder. So rather than just dragging it into my big math folder, I can drag it over and say go in module 0. I could even go down, see what's in module 0 over here as well. So lots of ways to move things around, but we want to make sure we put things in folders and give them good names so that you can find that assignment when I ask for it and that you're organized and you're not having just one big gigantic mess. So you're going to go ahead and give it a try following the directions in Canvas.